Hi, it's Kim, the interior design shrink. Welcome to this installment of our House on the Hill renovation project. Since our last visit a couple of months ago, there's been a lot of progress on the project. There's been demolition of the old kitchen and bathrooms, removal of many of the existing walls and framing in of the new ones. Most of what's been happening is the stuff that usually doesn't get clients too excited because it happens behind the walls and under the floors. It's the next step that gets people excited about the final vision start to come into reality. Anything that you see when you look around a house is a decision that needs to be made. We started making the selections on the things that I know typically get installed first, like plumbing and electrical fixtures. And then we also focused our concentration on things that take a long lead time. It helps the subcontractors have an understanding of what finished products they'll be installing and whether or not they'll need any special considerations on site, like reinforcing walls or flooring or bringing in scaffolding or extra crew. It takes those two-dimensional floor plans and it starts to build a more 3D picture of what the end product is going to look like for them. Since we already had a vision of the vibe and the aesthetic that we were working toward, it made it really easy to cull from the millions and millions of options out there. We met with custom cabinet makers with our inspiration pictures and my sketches. We met with our lighting designers who sourced the square recess lighting that we wanted to use. We made tile selections for walls and floors, as well as some of the bathroom lighting fixtures. This was a helpful exercise for our homeowners because they got to see a large array of options all at once, and that made it really easy to hone in on what would work for the look that we were going for. One of the biggest decisions that needed to be made was sourcing the open-sided fireplace. This was not something that was going to be a run-of-the-mill, just come right out of the box. This was something that had to be engineered to be site-specific. After a lot of back and forth with the manufacturer's engineering department and the contractors, the design was finalized and started its months-long production cycle. For the kitchen countertops, my clients were very drawn to the look of real marble, but knew that they needed something that could stand up to real-life use and be much more maintenance-free. When you're selecting stone products like quartz or granite or marble, it's very, very difficult to get a sense of what this is going to look like in a large format from just these small samples that you typically get. So I will take my clients to the warehouse that's going to supply the slabs, and they always feel much more comfortable about the decision when they do so. So we actually wound up using a very large format porcelain tile, which comes in these jumbo slab sizes. We love the veining, which we thought looked softer and more realistic than the granite options. But there is a catch with using this material. Not many fabricators have worked with it since it hasn't been available that long, and it is a bit tricky to transport since it's much, much thinner than a granite or a real marble. But once it's installed, this stuff is absolutely bulletproof. We chose plumbing fixtures, door slabs, door hardware, along with scores of other decisions. But once we made them, it was full speed ahead for the crew. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Interior Design Shrink's House on the Hill renovation project. Look forward to all the updates that are coming and showing you the progress that's been made.